about to see how much I weigh loaded. So you're gonna subtract my tearing weight or my empty weight away from my loaded weight. All these trucks, bunch of trucks. I'm gonna go on the first scale so I know. I ain't going on the second scale. Got my load torque.
I have 28, I have 78 for Bryce and one for the West Plant.
Let's see how much this thing weighs. See how much this truck weighs. Let's see how much she weighs loaded. Clean Freightliner right there. Clean. See how much this thing weighs. I'm gonna zoom in for you all. You gotta watch these scales. You don't wanna straight up. Got me kinda heavy.
TC 500 coming on for Andrews grading and paving, going to the Bailey Ridge Phase 2 job with ABC.
Trying to maneuver that long nose Pete Quinn axle. It's tough. It's tough. It's a long truck. It's a Quinn and a long nose. It's hard to maneuver. It's a tight little space right there. That's a long truck. That's a big truck. It's a big long nose Pete. And it's a Quinn axle. Tight. You got it. You got it. Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Jay, and as always, I am not making too much noise. So right now, I am about to drop off some tonnage stone tickets from a job that I hauled on last week, and I'm at the company's house that I hauled for, and believe it or not, it's a young, successful 23-year-old entrepreneur out of Oxford, North Carolina. He's been very successful. He's been flourishing, and I try to help him out as much as I can by providing him with my truck when needed, or if I'm not working for my main broker. Because it's all about, growth. It's all about growth in this game. You don't want to see anybody get left behind. If you see somebody growing, you want to help them grow. That's what it's all about in this dump truck game. Now, what I'm about to do is jump off these tickets in this mailbox and just briefly show you all his fleet. remember, my man isn't but 23 years old. And he is the owner of 6 dump trucks, but only 5 of them are currently on a yard. The Sterling is missing. It's probably at his brother's house because his brother normally drives it. His older brother. But the one right here to my left, this Volvo is the most recent one that was purchased out of his fleet. Yeah, it's a 2024. It's a little dusty at the moment because it's been worked. This truck works day and night. So this truck and those other 2 Volvos and that T880 Kenworth over to the right hand side all work day and nights. Check out the wrap. It's absolutely amazing. You have to see it in person, up close in person, and when the truck is clean. It's a beautiful truck, beautiful. Beautiful. Again, you have to see it when it's clean. It's dusty. These trucks work, how they work, you don't have time to clean them. And if, you know, on a day like this, the drivers are worn out, everybody's tired, right? So the last thing they want to do is even look at a truck. I don't blame them. It'll get clean eventually, but right now, it has to make some more money, and I don't blame Sharon. All right, let's go check out the rest of the fleet that's on the yard at the moment. All right, so this blue one right here to the left, this Volvo. Okay, so first of all, before I proceed, Sharon, he started off with a, it was a 2016 Freightliner. It was a beautiful truck, Freightliner. It was a quin axle. Nice, he had a DD13. It was a beautiful truck. It was a beautiful truck, but the thing was, it kept on giving him issues and downtime. So he was losing out on money by the truck constantly going to the shop, along with having to make a decent sized payment. I mean, the truck was beautiful. And I remember the first night that Sharon worked on the job, we were paving out in Mooresville, North Carolina, and he was being trained by this guy, you all don't know him, but he was driving for the broker that I normally work for, right? And I mean, Sharon, I didn't know him at the time, but he was only 19 years old, fresh out of high school. I had no idea. And, you know, we got to speak, and I would talk to him every night that I saw him or ran into him. And that thing I know, he got the hang of it. He caught on real quick. He knew what to do. And he would always communicate with my father, right? So my father got him and persuaded him to sell that Freightliner, or helped to persuade him to sell that Freightliner and buy a new truck, or a newer truck. I want to say brand new truck, but a newer truck. But Sharon, being a determined and ambitious person he is, he decided to buy a brand new truck. Which is BR02. So this is how you grow a fleet. This is a prime example. He started with one truck. One truck. I mean, the first truck he had, it did give him problems, right? Out the gate, it gave him problems, but he sold that truck and purchased this this blue Volvo back in 2020. And he purchased that one about 7 months later, the gray one beside it. He got his certificates, started running straight through some paving companies, some local paving companies. Meaning that You know, no percentage was being taken out. He was the broker. He was brokering trucks. Okay. And then he brought the red Sterling about a year later. And he brought my father's truck about shortly after that because he had to work. He got to work. That's what he's supposed to do. But he took his time. He didn't rush into it. He didn't just buy those 2 brand new trucks at one time like some people would think. No, you got to do it gradually. And he brought that truck last year. And that Volvo this year. So again, it's not about growing fast, but how you grow. It's about taking your time and being steady with it. Again, he didn't buy both of these trucks simultaneously. He brought them 7 months apart, but he was able to get the work for them. And he's currently running 20 to 25 trucks a day. A very successful young man. And I wish him nothing but the best. And if I do not have anything or any work, I will definitely hit him up. And this truck, this isn't the truck he brought after the gray truck. So he brought the Sterling about a year later, but I think it's at his brother's house. It's not currently on the yard. But this Kenworth BR05 is the truck that he brought from my father. Okay, it's a 1999 T800 quad-axle dump truck. And this truck is actually for sale, believe it or not. It's for sale. He's asking $50,000 for it. And I was actually going to buy this truck back in 2022 from my father. But the only downfall, it's a very good truck. And he had the end frame done, new turbo, new injectors, the whole 9 yards, right? No leaks. All Caterpillar parts. It was done at Caterpillar in Garner, North Carolina. It wasn't turned up or anything. But here's the thing. It's equipped with a Caterpillar 3306 motor. Very solid motor. But by it being a quad-axle dump truck, and being that it hauls a lot of milling, or I haul a lot of milling, right? They like to load heavy. Sometimes I get on a scale and I weigh close to 80,000 pounds while being loaded with milling. But they are responsible for paying for any overweight ticket. Okay, so carrying that kind of weight will eventually put a lot of stress on the motor. And not only that, but it's not a double frame truck. It's a single frame truck, and it's a light duty truck as well. Okay, it's a light duty truck. I mean, it will get the job done, but you have to take your time. You don't want to force it or push it by trying to run with these newer trucks. And it's not unless you are driving the truck yourself, you really do not want to put a driver in it. It's a good truck. It's a very good truck. And he's asking $50K for it. I think it's worth it. You can actually pay this truck. If you give him $50K for this truck, you can pay this truck off within a year and a half, probably, right? And probably be able to flip the truck or get, just as much money that you paid for it. If you pay cash for the truck. Now, if you finance the truck, you have to pay interest, so you are not going to get all of your money back. But still, you can get most of your money back if you drive the truck yourself. It's not a truck that you want to put a driver in. If it take it very easy, it's a light duty truck, it will get the job done. But you just have to be patient with this truck. You don't want to push it or force it. And believe it or not, this truck used to be one of the highest polished out trucks around the area. People don't understand. You can't tell because it works a lot, but back in about 2018 through 2020, it was polished out. My dad had it polished out at Danny's shop in Solid City, North Carolina. It was so shiny that it used to blind your eyes when it hit the sunlight. But all it needs, the AC blows cool in it, and it is equipped with a E10 fuller 10-speed. And that board just came off. I was on a job when it came off, so it needs a new board. But hey, that can this light, hold on, rear light right here. He has another light for it, but stuff like that is very minor. Like I said, you can get this truck yourself. It's not going to give you that many issues. And aside from like tires and brakes, you can easily make that recoup on that 50K. You can have this truck paid off in about a year and a half. Let's just say 2 years, and probably get all of your money back for it. But again, I didn't buy it because I needed a truck that was going to be able to, you know, work day and night consistently. I mean, this truck can do it, but with the truck I have, I can put a driver in it if I want to and not have to worry about stuff getting messed up on it. And I don't have to, you know, I don't want to get overloaded, but if I ever get overloaded, I don't have to worry about anything just breaking on it, right? Like the truck I have is just, it's more sturdy. That's all I'm trying to say. But this truck right here, it depends on the kind of work you do. It's good for doing just mainly like asphalt and stone. You don't want to always have to go into like, when hauling dirt, like on rutted ground, you want to be on solid not just solid pavement, but solid ground in general. Like this right here, something solid. You don't want to go down in dirt and ruts all the time, especially with a lot of weight on it. It's a good truck. I know the history of the truck. It's not like if I was to buy it, it's not like a random truck that I do not know anything about. My dad got that truck back in 2000 or 2001. And this is BR06. He got this one about a year ago. It's a, I think it's a 2020 or 2021 T880. It's quad, that's a dump truck. It has a pack car that is paired to a Allison 4500 RDF transmission. Very good truck. Works day and night. Hasn't given him any issues that I can think of. I mean, of course, it has its little, you know, tires and stuff like that, but mechanically, it's been solid. It hasn't had to really go into the shop for anything that I know about. It's a good truck. So it's all about just growing at it doesn't have to be like a steady pace, just gradually. It's not like he brought three trucks at one time. He took his time. He brought that truck right there probably about 10 months after he brought this one. But he has to work for the trucks too. He has to work. That's what it's about. It's about establishing yourself before going out buying a lot of trucks and getting yourself in a bind by not having the right kind of work. A lot of people want to rush into this business, and have no idea what they are getting into. This is how you do it right here. Start small and gradually grow. He started back in, what was it, 2020 or 2019, 2020? Look where he's at now. Yeah, 6 trucks. And those 2 trucks right there, he probably only has a year left on it. And he can easily, I know, get about, he paid $170 for it back in like 2020. He'll easily be able to get about $150 for that truck. I don't know the exact mileage on it, but he'll be able to get $150 for it next year. So that's a good return on his investment as well. And soon after that, well, let's just say 7 months after that, he'll probably be able to get the same for that that gray Volvo right beside it. So he has 4 trucks that work day and night, the 4 newer trucks, and the 2 older trucks that the T800 and the red Sterling 2007. That's the quad axle. All quad axles, right? They work days only normally, which is smart. So he has 4 trucks that works day and night and 2 that work days. Smart. Very successful young man, and again, I wish him and hope him nothing but the best in his future endeavors. It's all about growth. A lot of people, like a lot of business owners, doubted him, talked down on him, wanted to see him fail, but look where he's at now. He proved him wrong. That's what I like to see. I call it motivating the haters. And again, he's running 20 to 25 trucks a day on average. 23 years old.